Hello, everybody. I'm here to tell another autograph story with my friend Michele from Atlanta, who went to this concert with me, and we're going to talk about meeting Rick Springfield. It was in August 2016, and it was fantastic. So what happened was, this was in Raleigh, North Carolina. She comes up from Atlanta. I somehow got free tickets to the show and a photo pass for her because she's a photographer from somebody in the Romantics who was playing with Rick Springfield and along with Night Ranger as well. So anyway, we got in with the Romantics pass. We did not have backstage passes. One thing led to another after the show, and she was noticed by somebody with the authority to get us backstage, and they said, oh yeah, come backstage, come with us. So we went backstage, and eventually we're standing in front of Rick Springfield, and I brought a record to get signed. I always bring a couple little gifts for people when I meet them, assuming everybody I meet is a DEVO fan. I just assume that. So we're standing in line to meet him. We're the first ones in this little line of people. He's next to a wall of an outdoor building or something, and ready to pose for pictures. And she's trying to figure out her camera as I'm standing next to Rick, and she's having some kind of problem. So I just pull this button out, and I say, Rick, I don't know if you're a DEVO fan, but here's a vintage Flickr button for you. And he took it from me, and he was like, oh. He's like, I'm a big fan. He was like, no, really, I'm a big fan. Mm-hmm. And he put it on, pinned it on his chest. We got a picture taken, and then she got her picture taken with him. He's wearing it in that picture, and it was great. So then after we back up from that and let other people get their picture taken, I noticed that one of the guys on the crew is somebody that I used to work with on the DEVO crew. And we're like, holy shit, I can't believe we're both here. What's going on? And then we get led back to the trailer, right? The backstage trailer. Mm-hmm. And we're the first ones in there, right? Mm-hmm. I think maybe somebody leads us in there and they say, you guys just make yourself at home. Rick will be back in a little while. And so we're looking around, and what do we see? We see Rick Springfield's M&Ms. We see a big bowl of M&Ms like this, right? And what we basically do with them is when we see them, we just fill our mouths with them. And we take pictures like that. And then we started drinking this alcohol. Mm-hmm. And then, as we're drinking the alcohol,
and then we fill out of our mouth.
Well, we're drinking alcohol, we're just in our mouth. Mm-hmm. We're laughing, taking pictures, having a good time. So, oh, by the way, this is the record that Rick signed for me, right as he was telling me he was a big DEVO fan. Mm-hmm. My favorite Rick Springfield album. So, on backstage, eating M&Ms.
Eating M&Ms. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And finally, after we're playing around and being bad backstage, Rick comes back. Some of the crew members file in, and Rick is signing this guitar. And so he's sitting on the couch next to me, and he's signing a guitar for some contest or something. And I'm like, Rick, let me ask you questions if you don't mind. He's like, sure. I said, back when I discovered Google, years and years ago, I found this picture of you somehow online, and I guess you were in a band called Zoot, and you were wearing a black shirt, I remember, and it had this huge inverted white cross on the front. And I've always wondered, like, what's going on there? Why were you wearing a big inverted cross? I just never put those two things together. And he said, oh, well, the story is that I was in this band called Zoot, formed up like 1965, somewhere around there. And in 1968, they released this record called Think Pink, and everything was pink. Their manager had them all dressed in pink. The videos were all pink. Everything was pink, 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 pink for a while. Then, in 1970, they decided to go for an image change, and so they wanted to go darker, definitely not pink. And Rick said, yeah, well, the least pink thing I could find was that black shirt with the big inverted cross. I just thought that was dark and it wasn't pink anymore. And I was like, wow, that's interesting. And he was like, well, the most interesting thing is that nobody ever gave me any shit about it. Nobody ever said, hey, that's not cool, you shouldn't wear that, or what does that mean? Or, nobody ever even mentioned it, which was really weird. So that was funny. So then we start talking to the crew, and we're having some drinks, and I think they all got us to do a little after show shot.
Yeah, after show tequila.
Yeah, and then this is what I remember. Tell me if this is correct. So we're talking to him, we're having some drinks, we're eating some M&Ms and whatever, and then we all go out of the trailer at some point, outside, kind of where he was taking pictures before, against this wall, and there's a magician that shows up, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, he was standing. He had a table, and there was maybe 4 or 5 people
outside,
hanging out.
and it was like midnight or something. It was like it was late.
I was late.
And I think we were there till 1 or after, watching this guy, Rick Springfield, a handful of people, and this magician. It was just great. It was like I couldn't believe it. And I remember asking Rick at some point. You know, we all did this little after-show shot together. But when I asked him if he wanted another drink, I remember him telling me, "Oh, you know, it was my birthday this week, so me and Night Ranger went out last night and drank a lot, so I'm not going to really be drinking tonight." And I thought that was really cool that you know, he was like 70, he just turned 70, and he's talking about like partying with Rick Springfield and Night Ranger partying the night before. I just thought that was beautiful. So that's it. And then after the magician, we walked home, stumbled home to my house, about a 1.5 mile walk. And that was great. And that was so, Rick Springfield, thank you for being so cool. Thank you for being a DEVO fan. And thanks for making my house look even better with this framed on the wall. Right? Rick fucking Springfield. Thank you, sir. And thank you, Michele, for being here for this. And don't you want some more M&Ms? How about you fill your mouth with those? How about you get real close to the camera? Yeah, like back in the day. Yeah, go ahead. Open it now. Open your mouth. All right, everybody. We'll see you later. Happy M&M.